Amici di Tele30, buongiorno e bentrovati. Domenica 23 giugno dalle 2:30 alle 5 del pomeriggio presso Villa Marconi, Tele30 terrà l'Assemblea Generale seguita dalle elezioni per eleggere un nuovo comitato organizzativo. Il costo di iscrizione è di $10. Coloro che sono già membri riceveranno prossimamente una lettera. Se volete che questa programmazione continui, vi invitiamo a venire a candidarvi per formare il nuovo esecutivo di Tele30, rassicurando così la continuazione dei nostri programmi. Nella puntata di oggi vedrete i seguenti servizi. La cerimonia di consegna delle borse di studio Giovanni e Caboto per l'anno accademico 2018-2019, degli aggiornamenti sugli eventi del Festival della Settimana Italiana, ed infine l'apertura ufficiale del Museo delle auto d'epoca. Buona visione!
Questo ricevimento è in onore dei studenti che hanno ricevuto il Premio Giovanni Caboto per l'anno accademico 2018-2019. Questa sera con noi ci abbiamo il consigliere dell'Ambasciata d'Italia che è qui a rappresentare l'ambasciatore, il signor Spartaco Caldararo, che rappresenta l'ambasciatore Sua Eccellenza Claudio Taffuri. And here we also have the councillor for the area, for the city of Ottawa, Mr. Keith Hagley. Both have been with us before and have honored the students and our community. Thank you. I would also like to express my congratulations to the students and thank you all from the community, because here we have a number of presidents of associations and a number of active community members to represent the community. Thank you for coming. At this point, probably a lot of you don't know who I am. My name is Joe Macaluso. Io sono il presidente ad interim per la fondazione del Congresso Nazionale Italo-Canadese Ontario dell'Est e Regione dell'Outaouais. This year we have had the loss of one of the most active members of the community, an active member of the foundation, una persona attiva nella Villa Marconi, nella Settimana Italiana, che ci mancherà a tutti. Ci ha lasciato Nello Bortolotti. Now, Nello has done a lot for the community, and the foundation and the Congress are working to put a plaque up at Villa Marconi, one of his areas that he was very interested and worked very hard for, and this, I think, will happen in the near future. The Giovanni Caboto Awards actually started in 1997 when it was set up, and they're both at the University of Carleton and the University of Ottawa. So by now we have a long tradition of awarding these prizes. And the students over the years have been very deserving e hanno fatto orgogliosi tutta la comunità italo-canadese di Ottawa. Più a quello c'è un'altra iniziativa che stiamo facendo quest'anno in congiunzione con il Congresso ed è di cercare di di mettere insieme altri fondi, and that will be to have an endowment for Giovanna Panico, who was a strong member of our community. She was a professor at Carleton and she worked with Tele30. She also worked with a whole bunch of different organizations in the community. She was very active and very well liked and respected. And so we are trying to get to a point of creating this endowment so that the awards will be given from Carleton, where she was teaching, in her honor. I would like to call upon the President of the Congress of Italian Canadians for the District of the National Capital Area, Trina Costantini Powell, to say a few words. Thank you.
Buonasera, good evening. It's so nice to have everybody here this evening, and my congratulations go out to all the students, but I know we only have 3 of them with us this evening. We have Holly, we have Zachary, and we have Francesco. So it is wonderful to have you here as we celebrate your educational pursuits and your educational, just the presence and your journey. On behalf of the National Congress of Italian Canadians, I would like to welcome you this evening to the Italian Canadian Historical Centre. It's a very special welcome to the deserved students as well as to their proud family members. I know we have a number of parents and siblings here with them. It's a very special evening in the course of your educational journey, and a very special book that imparts life lessons and loads of wisdom is one of the best guides that is out there. And that book is the Dr. Seuss book, "Oh, the Places You'll Go." And I'd like to just read a couple of little bits from it, where it says, "Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who'll decide where you go. You'll look up and down streets, look over them with care, and some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street, and you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town." It's Dr. Seuss, I think, being a children's author, imparts so much wisdom to adults, and I think we can capture that on a daily basis. So, you know, if you have never looked at this book, I think it's wise to take a look at it, take a gander at it. I would also like to bring greetings as well from some very special individuals who could not be here this evening. Mayor Jim Watson has a very busy schedule, and he just could not fit it in this evening, but he wants to wish all the best to the students, as well as Councillor Sean Menard, where Carleton University resides, and MPP Nathalie DeRosier. Her riding is where Ottawa U sits. So she has extended her best wishes to the students and to their families. Their common message, auguri to the students, best of luck in your studies and in the next coming months. And this is the same message that I wish you on behalf of the National Congress of Italian Canadians. Auguri.
And at this point, I would like to introduce and have Miss Mangone come up and say a few words. Miss Mangone, Angelina, is the chairperson for this event, for this program for this year. And she's done a great job and has worked very hard at it. So I'm sure she has learned a lot, and her words of wisdom are welcome. Angelina?
I would like to start just by saying good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 22nd edition of the Giovanni Caboto Scholarship Awards. This award was started, as Joe had said previously, in 1997 to commemorate the 500th anniversary of the landing of Giovanni Caboto, the first Italian to step on Canadian soil in 1497. Specifically for us, that would be about 522 years ago. As you can tell, we have a long history then of Italians in Canada. 522 years. This being said, therefore, it was very important for our community to make sure that the Italian culture and language did not disappear into the oblivion and would be kept alive and well. The National Congress of Italian Canadians Foundation, the National Capital District, took it upon themselves to start an endowment fund for scholarship in the name of Giovanni Caboto for the future generation of the youth in our Italian community. And the youth the youth that we were aiming at were the youth of Italian origin and anyone who had a high interest in our Italian rich heritage. This evening we have with us two of the candidates who were selected from Carleton University and one student from Ottawa University. Unfortunately, two of the students are not present here this evening for scholastic reasons. So you might ask, since you're on the selection committee, how did you choose these students? How do you become a scholarship winner for the Giovanni Caboto Award? Well, we looked at all the write-ups that were sent to us, and these students were selected for their dedication and hard work in their chosen field of studies. In other words, their marks needed to be in a certain area. We also looked for their volunteer work and commitment to the community at large, as well as our Italian community. And of course, we also looked at their financial need. We need to acknowledge our youth when they succeed, and we have to encourage them when the going gets tough. A university degree is a major accomplishment in the lives of our young people, and we should all be supportive every step of the way. The scholarship encourages our youth to be proud of who they are and where they come from. It encourages them to learn and carry on the Italian language. It encourages them to learn and practice Italian traditions and values. And above all, it encourages them to be proud of their Italian heritage and be willing to pass it down to the next generation, just as our fathers before us passed it down to us. So right now, I would like everyone to give a very enthusiastic round of applause and congratulate the winners this year. Thank you.
So I'd like to call upon the representative from Carleton University, Professor Christina Trevisan, to say a few words from the university and introduce the students.
So Holly is a fourth-year student at Carleton University in a new program that is called Global and International Studies. Quite an interesting program as students are enticed to go and study a second language, be it French, English, Italian, Spanish, whatever. She's passionate about human rights advocacy and legal policy reforms, and has been serving on various executive boards on students' initiatives on campus and volunteers with local elementary and youth programs in the community. Holly aspires to work in international relations with the United Nations and participate in social justice and development work in Canada and abroad, and hopes to work in Ottawa in particular for NGO sector, as she wants to gain more experience in human rights advocacy. and also to further knowledge of international development. So vorrei invitare tutti quanti a dare un applauso a Holly e invitare Holly a ritirare il premio e poi a dire due parole. She'll be welcome to say a couple of words to everyone here.
Good evening. So as mentioned, my name is Holly, and it's an honor to be standing here tonight receiving this award. I would like to thank everyone who is involved in the decision making for this award. I'm very honored and excited to have received it this year. It is lovely to be recognized for my academic achievements, but also my Italian heritage in the Ottawa community. I will be graduating this year and taking with me the honor of this award and the values of community engagement and hard work. In the future, I do hope to work in the field of international relations, bridging cross-cultural differences among nations. And my heritage as an Italian Canadian will be something that I proudly take with me in all my future endeavors. Thank you.
I'll say a few words about Brandon as well. He's a fourth-year student in the Bachelor of Arts in Criminology with concentration in law and minor in business. And for the past year, he's been volunteering with the Carleton Foot Patrol. And he's also had the opportunity to volunteer with a Startup Awards Canada in his hometown to help support the entrepreneurial efforts of small businesses across the country. He has been accepted into law school for fall 2019. Extremely proud of this, of course, he should be. And he is very grateful to his family for their love and support. Looks forward to giving back to his community during law school and in his legal practice. Eric Petica is in his second year of mechanical engineering. Through the engineering program, he is hoping to be able to work also on Saturdays so that he can fund his education. Keeps himself fit and has regular meetings with fellow students in study group sessions, sports, social activities. His father is Italian and his mother is Métis. His grandparents were born in Italy and came to Canada soon after they married. Eric is very proud of both his heritages. We have a message from Eric for all of you. And Eric says, I would like to thank everyone responsible for awarding me this bursary. It means so much to me along with my family. My grandparents came here from Italy and had nothing. They're very, very happy to see fellow Italians help their grandson pursue his dreams. Thank you, Eric. Now, last student from Carleton is Zachary Mati Ward, who's currently studying urban geography at Carleton University. This comes from a lifelong fascination with city life and the contribution of cultural communities to the development of the urban fabric. Born and raised in Ottawa, Zach's mother came to Canada at age 6 with his nonna, and they moved and ended up living in Preston. Zach will be going on an exchange to the French Alps, lucky, and he hopes to take advantage of the train system that we have in Europe to visit much of Italy and rest of Europe. So, welcome, Zachary.
Hello, everyone. I'll try to keep this short, although I tell stories the same way that my nonna and my mom do. That is, I spend way too long and I never really get to the point. But so, as they mentioned, my name is Zach, and I'm at Carleton University. And the first story I'm going to tell is just that when I was in grade 2, we were studying Canadian explorers and the discoverers who came and discovered Canada. And when I was assigned an explorer to do a project on, I was assigned John Cabot. And I went home, and later that day, we went to my Zia Franca's, and my nonna was there with my mom. And I told them all proudly that I was going to be studying an English navigator named John Cabot. And that did not go over very well. So I then got a very long history on Giovanni Caboto and his contributions as an Italian who was the first European who came to Canada and landed in Newfoundland. And this was really the first way that I really heard of Giovanni Caboto. And later on, when I was choosing a university, I, like many other youth, thought, oh, I want to go to Vancouver, and I want to go to Toronto. I want to go anywhere except Ottawa. And when I was looking at Carleton, I saw that there was a bursary for students who study Italian and take it at university, or those with Italian heritage. And this really helped me to eventually come to choose Carleton as the university I wanted to go to, and make me feel very a part of Ottawa. I was born here. I don't know why I didn't feel a part of it, but it made me feel very a part of the Italian community that's grown in Ottawa since very, very long ago. And really seeing all of my zias and zios and my nonna starting small businesses in Little Italy and renting out apartments in their houses was really what originally sparked my interest in urban planning and my interest in what makes cities work. And now that I'm going to the French Alps, I really hope to be able to go to Italy and explore it very much, and I'm hoping that my family can hopefully come along with me. So thank you very much, and it's I want to sincerely thank the awards committee, the association, and the entire Italian community. Grazie.
Now I would like to call upon Josephine Palumbo, who, although not official representative of Ottawa U, is a graduate of Ottawa U and has been with us for a long time. I'd like to call on her to give a few words from the point of view of the University of Ottawa and introduce the students that's receiving that award. Josephine?
Good evening, buonasera. C'est un grand privilège pour moi d'être avec vous tous pour une vraiment occasion spéciale. I am also so pleased to be able to join my colleagues from the NCIC Foundation and the NCIC Ottawa District, representatives of Accademia, and our special guests in the Italian-Canadian Historical Centre, Centro Storico Italo-Canadese, for the annual conferment of the Giovanni Caboto Scholarship Presentation. Il Centro Storico, come molti di voi sapete, riconosce i grandi successi e l'importante contributi degli italiani in questo paese. These are the stories that the younger generations will learn and share with others so that those memories and accomplishments are never lost, and this is very important. Education lays the foundation stone for our future. It expands our vision and creates awareness and enables us to know the world beyond our own surroundings. A gift of knowledge can bring us to the top of our dreams. It leads us to the right path and gives us a chance to have a wonderful life. Our whole life is the process of learning and gaining new, useful knowledge. Only if you believe and work hard can you achieve anything. And the young people we award tonight represent positive role models for other youths in our society, and we shine a bright light on each of them this evening, and I wish them well. This year, I have the wonderful task of representing the University of Ottawa, where I spent many years developing my own professional career, first in the Faculty of Social Sciences in Political Science, and then joining the Common Law faculty where I obtained my law degree. The University of Ottawa has a special place in my heart as one of their up-and-coming alumni. As some of you may know, the University of Ottawa is the largest bilingual English and French university in the world and was founded in 1848. The university has more than 42,000 students enrolled every year in 9 faculties, including arts, law, education, medicine, science, and health sciences. The Faculty of Medicine is a world-ranking research-intensive institution that is leading the way in the internationalization of Canadian medical education. En 1995, le Bureau des Affaires francophones est fondé dans le but de soutenir et de consacrer les ressources à la croissance de la formation médicale au Canada. Aujourd'hui, la faculté de médecine est fière d'être la seule école de médecine bilingue au Canada. And in this context, I am so very proud to introduce to you the University of Ottawa recipient for the Giovanni Caboto Awards 2018-2019 from the Faculty of Medicine, Francesco Fazzari. And let me tell you a little bit about Francesco. Francesco is a first-year medical student at the University of Ottawa. He previously graduated from Queen's University with a Bachelor of Science, Honours in Life Science, and from the University of Toronto with a Masters of Science in Pancreatic Cancer Research. He aspires to become an oncologist because of the widespread impact cancer has on the global community. His involvement with the Italian-Canadian community originated from his grandparents, who all immigrated from Italy, and continues today with his involvement with Hospice Vaughan, which has deep roots in the Italian-Canadian community. He is well connected to his Italian-Canadian heritage. He enjoys learning and continuing family traditions, such as making tomato sauce and sausages. And he also loves to teach and play briscole and tresette. I introduce to you Francesco Fazzari.
Buonasera, mi chiamo Francesco Fazzare e sono da Vaughan. Sono il nipote di 4 immigrati italiani, 2 da Sora, Frosinone, e 2 di San Giorgio Morgetto in Reggio Calabria. Sono stato collegato alla comunità canadese italiana per tutta la mia vita. I would like to thank the National Congress of Italian Canadians and the Italian Canadian community here in Ottawa for awarding me with one of the Giovanni Caboto scholarships. Questo premio mi aiuterà a realizzare I miei sogni per diventare un oncologo. To repeat that in English, because that last sentence I honestly don't know myself, this award is going to help me to realize my dreams of becoming an oncologist. In year 7 of 10, with many more years of training to follow, I can honestly say that this award is greatly appreciated. My Italian heritage is a large part of my identity. Growing up, I've been very active with Villa Charities in Villa Colombo, as well as Pier 21 Foundation in Toronto, and Hospice Vaughan as mentioned. Going forward, I would like to become more connected with and involved with the Italian community here in Ottawa. And just a quick story of how the Italian-Canadian community here has actually impacted my life, and that when my grandfather immigrated here from Italy, he could not find work back in Toronto when he moved there. And one of the first places he was actually able to find work was in Ottawa. So that's a big place that, and he actually, when I got here, he kept telling me, Preston Street, Preston Street, Preston Street. And because he remembered when he was coming here in the 50s that that's where the community was, and that's the people who accepted him and helped him get on his feet to lead to where I am today. Grazie dal cuore.
Congratulations to the students who are basically the main character in this evening, and I must say I'm impressed by your achievements. You're so young, and I mean there are candidates for Nobel Prize, actually Nobel laureates here, and I really wish them well and the best. And this is not a, I would say, academic or university situation where we would like or should give motivational speeches, but if there is something that I may that I feel like saying and then I suggest, other than of course wishing you well and all the best and all the success in your career, is that you are receiving something tonight, and something that brings a lot of effort and a lot of work in the community, in the organization that gives it to you. And this is a big lesson also that you're receiving in terms of giving back. This is something that again you have to take with you. Is a prize to your achievements, but again it's something that you have to get within you as something to remember in order to give back within your community, within your families, and with whatever surrounds you. And that's what really makes you great people, other than the, again, successful career that I'm pretty sure you're all gonna have, and I mean, you're really getting in the right path for it. So, ancora grazie di tutto e congratulazioni di nuovo e bene, buona serata, insomma, buon proseguimento.
Thank you very much, and I'm very pleased to be here. I'm not sure how many years I have been here, but one of the things that always strikes me is almost every single student has something to say about their Nona. And that's part of what makes this special. This event to me is very much about community. It's very much about the continuity of the Italian community in Ottawa, and it is one of the most closely knit, I think, communities in the ward that I represent. So agore, best wishes to all the students in all of your future endeavors.
Cari amici di Tele30, siamo qui stasera al centro storico di Villa Marconi. Ho con me tre studenti. Hi, you want to tell us your name?
Yes, my name is Holly Lorenzio.
And which university you go to?
I'm from Carleton University.
You want to tell me about your experience here?
Yes, so I'm fourth year at Carleton University. So I am graduating with a degree in Bachelor of Global and International Studies, and I study social justice and human rights.
Can you tell us your name?
Hi, I'm Francesco Fazzari.
And tell me what your experience and your achievement, what it means to you, this award.
So as somebody in medical school, I'm going to be in school for a very, very long time, and I already have been up until now. And this is something that's really going to help me to help achieve my goals of eventually becoming a doctor. Since I have to be in school for so long, it is very tough, and this is something that will help me going forward. And I know I really appreciate that the community is giving back to help people like us.
I have another student here with me. Can you tell us your name?
Yeah, my name is Zach Matisse Ward.
And where are you from?
I'm from here in Ottawa. I was born here and lived here all my life.
And tell us your study, your experience, and how you feel receiving this award.
Well, I feel amazing. I'm in my second year at Carleton, and I've been accepted to do an exchange next year in the French Alps, very close to the border with Italy. And having the award really helps, because it's always worrying about money and taking a second job and doing all these things, and it really helps me to be able to be more secure and know that I can continue on in my university studies.
Noi diamo tanti auguri e congratulazioni a questi giovani studenti che, cioè, il loro sogno verrà, diciamo che dovrebbe realizzarsi. Adesso ho qui con me il signor Joseph Macaluso, che vuole dire due parole.
Siamo qui di nuovo quest'anno per onorare gli studenti che ricevono i premi Giovanni Caboto. Siamo molto contenti che Tele30 sia qui con noi, perché sono stati sempre compagni nella nostra strada verso aiutare la comunità e aiutare gli studenti. E quello che fate è molto lodevole.
Allora tu vuoi dire qualcosa a questi giovani, incoraggiarli?
Yes. What I would say is, look, I'm really amazed at what you have done. And I'm going to be like one of your strict grade school teacher and say, but I know you can do better. I expect you to do better. That will make us proud, but will also make you happier. Congratulations.
On behalf of the National Congress of Italian Canadians, it's wonderful to collaborate with the foundation to host this annual ceremony, because it's so special for the community to see these young people in our midst, and these young deserved recipients. We should be so proud of them. I mean, their accomplishments over the years. We had a return recipient, and it just it makes you feel good that perhaps the future is in good hands, and we always enjoy having the community come out, and every year we try to make it something very, very special, and we also appreciate the presence of Tele30 here as well to film it, because it is important.
Ogni anno a maggio, qui nella nostra città, il Canadian Tulip Festival celebra il ritorno della primavera con oltre 1 milione di tulipani. Considerato il più grande del suo genere al mondo, attira oltre 650.000 visitatori all'anno provenienti da tutti i paesi. Questo evento è stato istituito per celebrare lo storico dono reale dei tulipani dagli olandesi ai canadesi subito dopo la Seconda Guerra Mondiale, come simbolo di amicizia internazionale. Il festival conserva il ruolo memorabile delle truppe canadesi nella liberazione dei Paesi Bassi e dell'Europa e commemora la nascita della principessa olandese Margaret qui ad Ottawa durante la Seconda Guerra Mondiale, l'unico personaggio di famiglia reale mai nato in Canada.
Salve cari telespettatori, eccoci nella Sala San Marco e sto parlando con Gina Maddalena. Gina Maddalena fa parte del comitato della Settimana Italiana quest'anno. Già sono 3 anni più o meno che lei partecipa e aiuta la Settimana Italiana, allora ti ringraziamo per quello. Ma oggi volevamo sottolineare certi eventi che stanno per succedere con la Settimana Italiana. Sono quanti giorni abbiamo detto? 27
giorni, sì.
27 giorni prima della Settimana Italiana. Allora, Gina, tell us, what can we look forward to this year?
Oh, we have lots of great events and the traditional events that we have every year. So the opening ceremony on June 6th at City Hall is open to the community to attend. June 8th, we have the gala here at Sala San Marco, as well as an event at Yuck Yuck's comedy show. So anyone going to the comedy show is welcome to come to the gala afterwards. We also have the Art of Guido Nincheri on June 7th, and an Italian documentary, 3 Portraits and the Fiancé on June 10th at the Villa Marconi at the Italian Heritage Center. And we also have a jazz night this year with Juno Award winner Susie Aroli on June 12th at Carleton's Dominion Chambers over on O'Connor. And Maria Saracino is also doing 2 clay workshops again this year on June 8th and 14th, as well as a cooking Tuscany at La Bottega on June 14th. So lots of great events. And on the grand finale weekend here on Preston Street, brought to you by the BIA, the Ottawa Ferrari Festival, the Italian Car Parade, the bike race, Sala San Marco is also going to have the Uncle Louie Variety Show. So you'll get dinner and a show.
Who's Uncle Louie?
Oh, Uncle Louie is, there's 2 guys. They do a comedy act. You can follow them on Facebook. They're hilarious. They take Italian, Canadian comedy and put it together. And on Preston Street, we're going to have Joe Cacchione from Montreal doing his comedy. And we're going to have a variety show. And we're opening it up to local artists to come down on the street and perform on the stage. So it should be another great week and weekend for Italian Week.
Wonderful. I just want to recognize how much time and effort has gone into planning the events this year.
Oh, thank you.
You are very modest. We were talking about this earlier, but Gina, you and the team have, I know, put a lot of time and sweat, blood, and tears into this. So thank you for that. And
You're welcome.
And maybe I would just ask, what are some of, in this whole experience, kind of some of the high points that you'd share with us?
Oh, okay. Good question. I think for me, the high points are the volunteers, the people that have come together, some from the Italian community, some not. I mean, you've met most of them, who are either Italian and have moved to Ottawa and are looking for a connection to their culture, or people who are just really passionate about the Italian culture and want to make this experience great for our community. So to see that come from, a festival that the Italian community has grown and created to be something that the whole community of Ottawa can share is really something.
Wonderful. Well, we thank you for that. We look forward to it. Vi aspettiamo numerosi alla Settimana Italiana, and we wish you the best of luck, all the luck in the world.
Great. Thank you very much.
My name is Francesco Di Cagni. I'm the General Manager of Chin Radio TV International here in Ottawa, and it's my honor and pleasure to be your MC today. This is quite an historical event because it outlines the grand opening of this museum, the Vintage Italian Moto Museum, okay, in cooperation also with the Italian Car Club of Ottawa. And today we're here with the owner, the proud owner, Mr. Joe Cotroneo, His Worship, the Mayor Jim Watson of Ottawa, our Councillor Jeff Leeper, and I believe we're expecting for another Councillor, Catherine Kenny. She's going to be here hopefully soon. And basically, this is the beginning of a new era for this neighborhood and for Little Italy, because this new museum, it's quite unique. It consists of about 104 motorcycles, 25 cars, 1 tractor, 7 bicycles, and they are all Italian, okay? So there's, to the best of our knowledge,
Congratulations. I know this has been a labor of love for you for many years, and during certain Italian weeks you've seen some of the vehicles out on display. And I just wanted to say thank you to Joe. This is a very hopping place. There's a movie being filmed next door. You've got a new museum opening up. It's a very exciting time in our city's history. And Joe has been very involved and passionate about not only Little Italy and not only the cars, but also giving back to the community. I think for 24 years you were the chair of the BIA, the Business Improvement Area, vice chair, and that I think sets a record. I don't know of anyone else who served as vice chair for 24 years of a BIA. That, if you're not familiar, is the voice of the business community on Preston Street that speaks to the city and to other levels of government. Organizes events on the street, the grape stomping event and Italian Week. Joe's also been very involved in Little Italy through Italian Week, and it's coming up in June. And there's Angelo. It'll be on page 1 of Il Postino, I hope, Angelo. The only time I get my picture in that paper is when I stand beside Angelo. So Joe also spearheaded, I want to get all these facts straight, the Bambini sculpture at Gladstone in Preston. The archway by the 417 was a project of great importance to this community. The murals under the 417, anything that really has happened in the last 25 years or so, there's connections back to Joe and Pub Italia. And on behalf of the city and Jeff and hopefully Catherine will come here shortly, thank you very, very much. I've seen a number of these vehicles. You are going to be blown away with the uniqueness of these vehicles. Some of them are so tiny, I don't know how anyone fits in them, certainly not me. But thank you, Joe, for sharing your passion with the entire city. Thank you, Paul Casagrande, always does a great job with the Ottawa Fire Department band, sounding great as always. Thank you, grazie. And to all of you who are friends and colleagues and family members of Joe, thank you for coming and supporting him in this really, really special occasion. Thank you very much.
Ottawa congratulates Joe Cotroneo on the opening of the Vintage Italian Moto Museum on April the 14th, 2019.
Very good, thank you.
Being a very emotional moment shopping around.
Well, I'm not really shopping, they just seem to come my way. And when it's something I don't have,
it's very tempting.
It's tempting.
Excellent. So a big applause. We thank Mr. Cotroneo.
I have to thank all the car clubs, the firefighters band, certainly my wife Rosemary for supporting this vision. And no, it's great, and thank you very much, everybody for being here. I think we better get inside before the rain starts. We've been really lucky that it's held off. Thank you.
All right. So everybody please come inside and enjoy. Thank you.
Siamo ancora qui, cari amici di Tele30, ho qui con me il signor Angelo Filoso. Angelo, parlaci un po' di questo pomeriggio, perché tu sei anche amico di Joe Cotroneo. Cosa ne pensi di questa giornata?
Joe and I went to school together at St. Anthony's School many years ago, and Joe has a passion for cars. As you can see, all these cars here, it's not about motors, it's not about the fabric, it's about the passion, the Italian ingenuity and the mechanism for it to work, you know. And I congratulated him. We brought the firefighters band. I helped them this week to do some of this stuff. But all in all, this is the biggest Italian car museum in North America. So if you get a chance, come out and see it. It's very important, and it's all about, like I said, it's all about passion and Italian ingenuity. Grazie.
I'm very delighted to be down here in Little Italy as we celebrate Joe's passion for cars and motorcycles. This is an absolutely fantastic new museum for the city, and people who come here are going to be blown away with the beauty, the style, the elegance of these Italian cars, motorcycles and bicycles.
So Paul, tell me, what do you think about today, this afternoon?
Well, besides the weather was not great, but I'll tell you, the people are very happy with the display that Joe Cotroneo has put on here of all the Italian antique cars. And we're glad with the band, they thought of us to come here, and we're glad to participate. We have been in the Italian community since the 70s with Italian Week. Of course, I was born personally about one block from St. Anthony Church, so I make sure that our band comes and plays here all the time, and we love doing this for the Italian community.
Cari amici di Tele30, siamo qui oggi al museo del padrone di casa, insomma il suo nome è Joe Cotroneo. Cosa hai fatto durante la tua vita e come sei arrivato oggi a questo grande giorno?
Well, I mean, as far as this collection goes, this is 30 years in the making. So, I mean, before I was an electrical contractor, I bought my first Alfa Romeo 30 years ago, and it's just gone from there. It went from one car to another, and 30 years later, there's 25 cars and 104 motorcycles in the collection.
Dimmi un po', com'è nata l'idea di aprire questo museo?
Well, I just had so many things. I just thought it would be a great addition to the community, especially for the Little Italy area, to put the collection in one location and make it available to the public.
Cosa significa per te oggi questa giornata?
Well, it's a great day for me, really. It's an opportunity for me to showcase everything that I have and to present it to the community. I think it's kind of been hidden away for a while.
Beh, io Gio ti do tanti auguri e congratulazioni, perché vedo che hai fatto, come si dice, hai fatto un buon lavoro. You did a good job collecting, and che la gente poi oggi può pure venire a guardare un po' quello che c'hai. Grazie ancora e auguri e congratulazioni.
Well, thank you very much. And the other thing I want to add is that it certainly takes a lot of volunteers. And, the Italian Car Club of Ottawa, Delio D'Angelo, that, they've all been great and supportive. And I will be calling on their help again.
E vuoi ringraziare qualcun altro all'infuori del Car Club Italia?
Well, really, the Italian community has always been supportive in a way. Little Italy is my place. So what can I say?
Tu sei nato pure giù nella piccola Italia, come ho visto il tuo, cioè la tua pagina della website, vero?
Yeah, no, I was born 271 Preston Street, right close to Gladstone.
Allora è una vita che abiti qui a Ottawa, diciamo.
Yeah, I go in a small circle.
Va bene, grazie Joe e auguri ancora, in bocca al lupo.
Well, thank you very much and thanks for having me.
Cari amici di Tele30, come vedete siamo ancora qui nel Museo delle Macchine. Questa volta ho con me il signor Delio D'Angelo. Allora Delio, parlaci un po' di questo pomeriggio speciale.
Allora, oggi è un insieme di tante cose che finalmente stiamo arrivando a termine. Questo è un sogno di gioco Troneo e noi del Car Club e amici l'abbiamo aiutato a preparare. Fra circa mezz'ora si apriranno le porte, arriverà il sindaco, si aprirà tutto e si vedrà che cosa veramente ha accumulato in tutti questi anni. Questo per noi del Car Club ci fa sentire parte integrale e orgogliosi.
Ecco, sono con il mio nipotino. What's your name?
Christopher.
Christopher Code. So you like these cars, Christopher?
Yeah.
Which one is your favorite?
The red one.
The red one. And what other cars do you like in here? All of them?
Yeah.
All of them. I guess lui è uno dei partecipanti qui a vedere tutte queste bellissime macchine, vero Christopher? Sì? Ok. Thank you. Dici ciao ciao.
Ciao ciao.
Byward Market, conosciuto semplicemente come The Market, è una delle attrazioni turistiche più importanti di Ottawa. Situata nel cuore della nostra città, nei mesi estivi questa zona ha una media di 50.000 visitatori al weekend. Il Byward Market è casa degli artigiani, mercato del cibo e patria di ristoranti, pubs e discoteche. A poca distanza si trova la bellissima cattedrale di Notre Dame, costruita nel 1860, ed in fronte si vede l'imponente edificio di vetro e granito della National Art Gallery, la quale ospita la migliore collezione di belle arti del Canada. Annuncio comunitario. Mercoledì 29 maggio l'Età d'Oro di Villa Marconi organizza il pranzo mensile dei compleanni. Si prega di prenotare 3 giorni in anticipo telefonando a Teresa al 613-225-1878 o a Carmela al 613-723-6197. Siamo arrivati alla fine del programma di oggi. Se avete dei commenti, suggerimenti, annunci di compleanni, anniversari, vi preghiamo di telefonare al 613-859-6955. Sperando di vedervi numerosi alle elezioni per un nuovo comitato esecutivo di Tele30 domenica 23 maggio presso Villa Marconi, vi ringrazio per averci seguito e vi do un arrivederci alla prossima puntata.